Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago.
If you just wanna be somebody like me.
Hold on, man. My controllers are all sticky. Hold on. Hold on, my controllers are all sticky.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone.
Oh, what situation?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Hey. Hey. Hey, little Pee-wee. Hey, little Pee-wee.
Love going to throw right away. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 74 yards. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Throwing is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To the air, Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Williams. Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw is Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Flush to his right. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw now, here's Love. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Claude Ray. Ready.
Love. To the right side and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. To throw, Williams. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, here's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw, it's Williams. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet from 21 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Wager these nuts. I'll never wager on this shit. How many times it just glitches or lags?
So all even at
Unless
7
you're right next
now
to
as
me
they
with
kick
a
it away.
landline connected. Or
Reed
playing on
going to
PS5.
bring it out of the end zone.
Same fucking room.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Got it.
And they will
That weak
score
ass shit.
a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Oh, how things have changed,
Santos
huh?
able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 6, Madden.
Off the play fake, Love. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
That's Jordan Love for you.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Moore, the motion man right. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
OMG.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Go back to this play.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know what that play is.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing. Love. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pick
An
pie.
unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Man, I would have just quit if I was Pee Wee. Yeah, I was about to say.
Alright, so how did this party end up in the hallway? Halfway in my room.
Yeah, that sounds like a phone call.
You're not tough, y'all. You're not tough, y'all. You can't even lift a front shot.
The birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place
Damn,
where
that
you'll
sound like a
find
party
the
over
best
there.
cheesesteak made in this country. Inside of Lincoln Financial Field.
Like titty.
Get out, bro. Get out.
Easy dub.
Yo, Titi.
Why not for the
Yo, bro. Get out. I'm trying to talk to my...
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Even 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And the defense is all over
weak shit
this
outta
one
here.
for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Pick that
And he's
shit.
going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I know he's a big boy.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Yeah, right.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Coming out throwing is Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle. 2nd and 6 now. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 5. Has his man, it's Swift.
So fast, huh?
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Williams. That's more on the quick slant. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Darius Slay with the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Bears with some work to do, trailing in this game. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. That's going to be caught by Everett. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No toss it.
Motion man left is Brown.
No toss it.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Bears are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked it down to running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
They're Swift on 2nd down. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
60 Eagles.
It's a sweep, he pops the pass forward. He cuts it by a man, and now he's in the clear. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Viking 18. 70 Lions. Go.
1st down, here's Swift. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Let's go.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. From the 18 on 2nd down. He's got him, that's Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught for the 1st. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, Britton Covey. He stopped on the return at the 27. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Williams. Throw reeled in by Allen. A lot of grass ahead. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent.
And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked off sides, and we've got a flag. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Devontae Smith, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Barkley trying this up the gut. Juke the defender. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Headed out right. Now he takes it. And he'll be out of bounds right
That's all I can
along
do.
the 20.
Rub my eyes and say,
It's a
shake my
23
head.
on pickup on the play.
Who do they think this man
And
is?
that's good for an Eagles first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff.
Yeah, they just hold their blocks for
And he'll go
18
down. Looks like
minutes.
they're marking him at the 11. Working quickly here. Hurts now from the gun. He rolls to his right. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a first and goal. Gonna run with Barkley. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal. At the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's on the move. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, first and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 rings.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
Oh my God.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles will be on the doorstep of the end zone as he is stopped just short of a pick 6.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense, and this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup. Now it's second and goal. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. The back's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Big gain downfield. They get 38 out of the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Has it down close. Touchdown, Chicago. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, that right there really changes the complexion of this game. They take the lead on the conversion rather than playing for the tie.
You could just see my head up here in this booth, right? It's just shaking. I mean, the old-timers are looking at some of these decisions the new school guys are making and just wondering aloud, what are you thinking? Well, what they're thinking is what some of the data is telling them to do. And what I love, Kate, it now really puts the pressure on that other side to respond.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Now Hurts. Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 28-yard line.
No touch. No touch.
Trying again following the sack. Escapes the pocket. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly.
Hold on, never know.
Eagles
Wrong time,
trail
that's what I'm
by
saying.
just 1.
5 minutes? No. Please don't do that to me. Here, I'll pause it. Here, come on, show me real fast. Fuck this game. But that is one of
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Hey, 73, 73. No touch.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Setting up to pass. Chased out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Forced out to his right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Going to run again with Swift. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has his man, it's Swift. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. So the Bears take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Talking about, let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less.
You know, it doesn't always mean okay, well, West Coast Finals, now you gotta get a fun. It's like take the next step and just better.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Got me a Kansas City, punk. Gotta take him to school. Got 43 Mano.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback.
Oh, nigga, what the fuck, bro?
Shut your bitch ass up.
What the fuck up, nigga? Put the fucking dumplings down. Play the fucking game.
Out to the 20-yard
The dumplings? I can't put the dumplings down.
Now they're timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh.
They go play action. Now
And
Mahomes.
Palmer.
They'll roll him out right.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, the first play of the game intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Easy
And they will
peasy.
set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not
Easy
something you see very
peasy,
often from a
lemon
quarterback of his
squeezy.
caliber, an opening drive
It's
interception.
like motorcycles.
Oh, there's
though,
no
it's like,
doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. A beautiful fake. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here comes third and the length of the football. Moore, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go
Right,
and shy
Mercy.
away from running the football.
Why would you tell me put the
I think this
dumplings
is a great
down?
spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Oh, who's out there, mama? Ooh.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Love it.
Isaiah Pacheco, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. He's got it at the 2. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
8-6 the score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air, Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Williams. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Moore, the man in motion. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
it here. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll go with a ground attack here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's Williams. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead now 5, 11-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. To throw, Williams. And he lost the football.
Yes.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
They will run straight ahead with Swift, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First down, and they go with Swift again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw is Williams. Caught by Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yards.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the...
And now off to the races down the right side.
I get it,
and he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
For a victory. You know this, man.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
You know this.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because He smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball, you can go to that play action pass, see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense?
Oh, mute yourself.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
2 minutes? Boy. Easy peasy. Please.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return comes Webster.
Oh, and he's going to make it.
Now increase here as he's past the 30.
Ooh, that challenge play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Gets this to Moore. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Man, that's almost a field
and he
goal
is
right there.
tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No timeouts remaining. Cannot take a sack here. 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
No, he can't.
And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas.
Nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks. The A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it to just go.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't, lil' bruh. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating, lil' daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blink of my VIP. Snicker my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball hype. Pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I won't miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike. I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl. She musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. These women love me. Bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way. Me back your buddy. If you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me. I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing cuffy. Cause I can't name that. Yeah, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in a she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. tell me I'm not with my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shoddy while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I the sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the will. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers is putin'. I go off a field, no heads, you just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but I'm high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too higher. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm finesse, I like salsa. I'm a dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. Bliss. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She Shell toes, yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, rapping, making bail, yeah, glow.
just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood. Motivation on top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow, slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow, two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow, no competition, these stale. Yeah, glow, curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow, say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow, keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow, and my bumping up in the jail on the yeah, glow. Yeah, glow.
I want you to win.
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickness. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my name is Jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water. Three with the snows, all the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. When I'm sure to the steps, build, with the pen to the steps, got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this me go riding for his 53. I'm throwing up, they see the G and I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga. Try look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen his days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The Bears decide to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running to start this drive with Connor. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 39. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 6 and a first down as well. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hit made by TJ Edwards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. Buys time, rolling right. That's complete to Wilson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Murray to throw here on 3rd. He has the first over the middle.
Nobody
and they
kept going with
finally
him.
bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
On target to his man Higgins. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that these D coordinators hate. Quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He's going to run for it. It's
Dude,
an
you're
right.
fucking kidding me.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Now Prater on to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 70 Lions. Ready.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down.
19 tight. Check go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw by Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift.
He can't get the fuck away
This
from
running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
Here's Williams.
Get the fuck
That's
through
incomplete.
him.
Trying to set up the screen there.
Game is gay as
Looking
fuck.
for the back that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Sack.
And they send a man in motion. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains.
Of course.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Any
Defense is
tackle
so
for loss
damn
hurts,
good.
Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Of course.
That's into the hands of Moore. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. First down carry for Connor. And that's good for a gain of 5. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. It's Connor again. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Cardinals working here. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Here's a loft deep down the middle. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. but this time it is a takeaway.
Williams to throw on first. That's more on the quick slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Their defense must be the greatest.
Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. Williams from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Working from the gun, Williams. On the quick slant, he's got Allen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Williams will look to throw. They connect for the first. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Williams to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and it puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Prater on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 range. Hawk, 70. Hawk, let's go now.
Now here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Bears offense, look at this, they haven't moved. They're going for 2.
Let's go.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Murray. Has a man. That's Greg Dortch. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give right side to Connor. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Throw is there, Trey McBride. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Bears will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
First down, here's Swift. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This pass caught by Allen.
Damn.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So we're through 3 here. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Toss play, Swift. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Swift hauls it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears up by just a couple of points. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Let's go now.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw.
Oh, my God.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. He's got him. That's McBride.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Looking to throw it.
Get out my way. Oh, man. Hit that, man.
Escapes the pocket.
Oh, my God.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, before the snap, You know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes the pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
McBride hauls it in. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll decline this and take the results. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Chased out to his right. That one's complete, right side. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. The Bears gonna use their 3rd and final timeout. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now a big play for the Cardinals as they go for 2. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. On the move, headed right. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Now Prater on to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30.
It's okay, Mama. Yeah.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Williams from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He'll move the... Ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either.
Let's go. Riggs.
Working from the gun, Williams. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. So that brings up 2nd down.
7 Pirates. Set.
Pressure comes, Williams. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
To throw. Has his man, it's a Dunze. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. From the left hash, 34 yards away. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open.
Throwing now from the gun. Forced out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline.
Good game, GG.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. So the Bears come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, flawless life, my whole take wild. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from Chicago. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. 18, Pioneer. Hut, hut.
Coming out throwing is Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got him, that's Swift. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Got Everett, and it's complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here we go, here we go.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Check go.
Now Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Caught near the goal line. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
He's throwing for it. And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put him up 8-0. Well, really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the 2-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they can make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Offense to the line for second down. Right back to Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. It's Pacheco again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. They're down to their final 1 in this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Chiefs trailing on the scoreboard. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball, and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go street.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
They'll try to run it in. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Scott now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
After the pick, here's Williams. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hut.
Here's Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. On 4th down, it's Williams. He finds it beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st down throw by Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Trying again, following the sack. Swift hauls it in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Mustang 19. Come on, set. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Williams from the gun. Finds his target, Allen. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, But these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Working from the gun, Williams. A desperate heave here for 6. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Attack, attack. Attack.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hey, color. Right side.
Play action, Mahomes. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, 57 colors. 57 colors. Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. Throwing deep for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. The Chiefs making the call. They're going for 2 again. One final shot before halftime. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return coming from the 6. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
Yellow. Right side.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds a man, right side.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Easy.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'd make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Working quickly here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears start the second half with some needed points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. So the Chiefs going for 2 once again.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Their lead now up to 13 points.
Chiefs 28, Bears 15.
Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Panther 11.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing.
On the ready.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Set. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Another try following the sack. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Set up. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Now Williams. Moore's got it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Desperation time here on fourth. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. First down, Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts it for the second time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where
I only play my subscribers, my dude. And if you beat me, I send you 100 V-Bucks in Fortnite.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. That's going to be caught. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
that wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down throw by Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. 18, run.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Williams to throw on first. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set.
Williams on the play action. And that falls incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
19 Lions. Let's go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Working from the gun, Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be fourth down.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Check go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pass caught by Adunze. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Working quickly here.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for another Chicago Bears.
Williams from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Still has room inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series.
You talking shit, nigga?
DeAndre Swift, the touchdown.
Yeah, you dirty hoe.
What an outstanding
Hey, okay, your mama a dirty hoe.
partner. They just wore down that defense as
Not
they
what I heard.
marched their way to the end zone.
That dirty ass pussy she got.
Opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just
You
how
just
well
took what I
designed
said
that
and
script was.
tried to
It
use
was
the
right
same joke,
sequence of
you
plays
dumb
to
fuck.
keep that ball moving and find
That
the
ain't
end
no
zone.
joke, nigga.
Getting your offensive
Fucked your mama
stop
today.
with top gear right
Oh,
here
yeah?
early on.
How'd that make you feel? Yeah, you don't
Allow me to get released.
You're a dumb idiot, bro.
And now the Bears
Grown
will
ass
line
man
up and
making
go
mama
for
jokes.
two.
I feel it though, bro. I do the same shit. You just can't get me off my game, you know? I'm a beast.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be
I
the way
wasn't
game.
gonna go for it anyway. I just
A
want
little
to draw
slow
your
to
dumb
operate
ass
the
out.
What you gonna go for anyway? Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hey, scoreboard, buddy. Scoreboard.
They'll get another chance to knock the
When
extra
I'm
point
losing,
through.
I'm angry too. When I'm a bum ass bitch, I'm angry too.
And
Oh,
he
what the
misses
fuck?
on the extra point, so a good start for their
Yeah.
offense. But
Samuel
not for him
Fisher.
kicking. Score stays at 6-0.
Motherfucker can't even multitask, nigga.
They do that bogus ass shit, bro. It was perfect. Perfect ass kick, and they fucking want to start wobbling it left and right.
Scoreboard says otherwise,
Still
bro.
mentally kicking
Oh, what does the
himself
scoreboard
after
say,
that
though?
missed point after. He can take a little frustration
up.
out here as he kicks this away. His return starts at the 5.
I'm gonna embarrass you because I'm gonna shut Lamar Jackson down. You probably got one play, and once I figure that shit out, see ya.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
13. Hey, report. 13.
All that for nothing, man.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Escapes the pocket.
Oh
Now
boy.
we'll try a deep shot to the
What
other
is?
side.
How did Henry get open like that?
Inside
I don't want to hear it, bro.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Scoreboard.
and he's got it.
Bro, you got lucky with Henry.
Ain't no luck, nigga. Fucking did that.
Doing that in real life.
So
Nigga, this ain't real life.
they send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off.
Scoreboard, nigga. Who winning? Who winning? Who winning? Who winning?
No
This
way
is truly a
Henry's
breakdown in the
doing
secondary. They're
that.
just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you
Catching
said,
an
a
80-yard
big play
bomb.
and a touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff.
Yeah. Now I know what you like to do, nigga. I done figured you out. First drive don't matter. That's how I figure out what you doing. And then now I know exactly how to counter that shit, nigga.
Please wash your ass.
When your mama wash her ass, I wash mine.
Nappy roots. His favorite rapper is Andre 3000. That's how lame this motherfucker is. He's over there jamming out. My mama said, can't you see?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that,
He's over there dancing
man,
the
it's
Prince.
difficult on the defense.
Here's Williams.
Oh boy.
He's got him.
Oh
That's
boy.
Swift.
Oh boy. What
Rolling into
happened?
enemy territory.
What happened? Oh boy. Oh boy.
And he breaks into
Damn, it
enemy
makes it look
territory
so
before
good.
being stopped on a
Shut your
huge
bitch
gain.
ass. I'm about to go for 2 as well.
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. We've got a close one here.
Damn, that looked
Back
cool.
to Soldier Field in just a moment.
That looks so cool. I wasn't talking shit
Welcome
originally.
back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6.
Got
Working inside the red zone.
Got it.
And he takes this in. Touchdown.
You were right there too, scared me because I started saying got him before I even got him. And that shit's like a pick, but he don't know what he's doing. He don't know what the triangle button
Great
is.
opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field.
Why you mute
You
yourself?
start smelling the end zone, they
You're not
really
confident?
want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Boy. Okay, I'm going to 85. Cole Kmet.
He's throwing for it.
Oh.
And the
Oh.
2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away.
They put that bad juju on me once they made me miss that field goal.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Middle. Go right here. You. Go right here.
Come on.
Lamar now from the gun.
Damn, again. Same
That's
fucking
caught. He
bullshit.
found some space. And they
Where
finally
is
bring
Derrick
him
Henry on
down,
that
but that
play,
is a
man?
big gain and a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
How the fuck's he getting so open?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Got him. Got him. You should have kept throwing at Henry, bitch.
That is Kyler Gordon.
Oh, you think that guy's gonna catch me?
There he goes, right sideline.
Oh.
And he's gonna go. It's a big 6.
Oh, it's a big fucking
That play, Brock, that play was beautiful.
He had to start
Not just
talking.
making the interception, but
He
then
had to
seeing
get
them
me
just
angry.
slowly come
You
together
should have
in
shut your
front of
fucking
him
ass
as
up
he
and
took
you'd
it
be
all the
probably
way to
up.
the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked
Once
like
you
a scene
wake up
out of
the
a
monster.
movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a
I ain't
lane.
even gonna lose
and
my
the blocks
momentum.
come
I'm just
just in
gonna
the
keep
nick of time to wipe out the would-be
kicking your
tacklers.
ass.
And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go.
I gotta go. Hopefully he quits. Hopefully this guy goes back to the lobby. Baltimore. Fuck Baltimore. Sorry, I just wanted to hear that song. I wanted to hear that Chicago Bears song. Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The Bears decide to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First and 10 now from the 30. Jackson trying again after the pick. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it.
No
Looks like
way.
the
That was
too.
oh my god. I gotta challenge that shit. What the fuck? That was get the fuck.
Come on, bitch, nigga.
Scoreboard, buddy. Scoreboard.
Biggest plays right there as they get
I
the
love when
markers
losers
reset.
talk.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's
This
hard
motherfucker
to
just
move
shut
the
the
ball
fuck
in
up
this
until he's
league
up.
with short
But
little
I like the
things.
confidence
Sometimes
though,
you've
man.
got
I like
to
the
get
confidence. That's what I'm
explosive
talking
jump.
about.
You got to get the
There
big
you
play,
go.
and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
You can't just be no bitch, motherfucker, you know, and just shutting up like you were, you know. Talk more like that, man.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground.
'Cause when you're all quiet, that's a bitch,
Getting this to the
motherfucker.
17 into the red zone. Offense up to the line fast. From the gun, Jackson.
Oh
Looking
yeah.
right, and he finds him. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and
Hey,
goal.
you're not the worst I ever played.
So
I'll give you
2-minute
that.
warning here from Soldier Field.
Towards the bottom,
The
but you're like
Ravens
above a couple people.
trailing in the early going. Might be
You hear
trying
me?
to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Henry.
Oh, Henry's a
And he
big
takes
boy.
this down close, up to the 3. Timeout.
Bitch, nigga.
They're set. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So from the 3, here's second and goal.
I'm the smartest man alive, boy.
Henry.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got in.
And he
Get off of me, you bitch, nigga.
The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime.
Do it again.
Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
And ain't nobody quitting, nigga.
Yeah, you were about to.
You
though.
see Baltimore on them jerseys? We don't fucking quit over here.
Right down the middle. And the Ravens trim the deficit down to 5.
You ain't that good, nigga. I'm gonna win this game.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off.
You just got the advantage of me labbing the one play
Wasn't chancy in a
That's
return.
all
that I
it
just
takes.
learned.
That's all it
But
takes.
now I'm gonna go back to my usual shit.
Man, that sounds like an excuse. I thought you were gonna say some other thing, and I was gonna give you props, but that just sounds like an excuse. Oh.
First and 10 now from the 30.
You know you're my son, right?
70 Lions.
I'll teach you a couple of things, man, here and there, you know? You just gotta ask, man. You just gotta ask. Papa, can you help me? And I'll help you.
Here's Swift to start the drive.
Oh.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
But when you come at me all reckless and say bitch, N-word, come on, man. Why you gotta talk like that?
Williams to throw. Has his man, it's Swift. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Lion. Get up.
Williams will look to throw. Swift hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm
Now
sure
I can
Coach
run a
Clay
little
Caller
bit.
doesn't mind making the job
I
a
gotta
little bit
stress,
easier.
I gotta tighten
Play
out my
calling's a
pocket.
lot simpler and easier when you count
Great
on the offense
coaching.
to move the chains on those early downs.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket.
Dude.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by
It's called adjustments, you bitch nigga. You's a fucking hoe ass nigga.
20 before being tackled. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Hey, middle. Go.
First down, here's Lamar. Headed out right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
You at X. Go.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bears might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Walker going to motion over right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Jackson now on third. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Jackson yet again. On the move, headed right. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No, we changed it.
This is Henry on second. And that play is brought to
Come on, yo. Fucking pussy ass nigga. You some bitch, nigga.
Give him about
You some
16
bitch.
yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Bears' 6-yard line.
Changing it up here, Jackson. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Bitch,
Taylor
nigga!
Johnson with the pick.
Suck my dick!
There are costly interceptions.
He said he wasn't gonna
and then
quit.
There are interceptions
I bet he quits.
inside the red zone.
I
in
bet
the
he's
second
crying right
half
now.
of a
Oh no,
one-score
where's my
game.
black
And if
and
there is
mild?
ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there.
Make sure it's
But
a
as
Winewood
quarterback,
tip.
you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
First down, Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Why ain't you talking no more, Bubba?
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's
Big
Bears
Johnny, little
football to
sad
begin
boy
the
now.
fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game.
You gotta sell the PS5 now? What you playing on PS4? PS5? PS4? Gamecast? It's okay to cry. Grown men
Let's
gotta
see what
cry
they want to
too,
do
bro.
here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Why can't we be friends?
They've got a man in motion.
Can't we be
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
together?
Has some daylight through the 40.
Oh, it's
It's
DJ
a gain
Moore,
of 27
bro.
yards to move the chains.
That's DJ Moore. Oh, you gonna quit?
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my Kim.